Okay, things are looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and work things down to about 600 grit. Go across all of these edges where we just finished putting the binding and get a nice clean surface, and now I can start working on some of the finishing touches for this body. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time with this 600 on the binding itself. You'll see here in a little while, once we get that binding down to where it's really smooth and clear, by the time I put the top coat on, that stuff is going to look like glass. I probably should have done this earlier on, but I'm going to go ahead and mark out the pass-through holes for our strings for when I mount this bridge. I took a little bit longer to get to this point because I wasn't 100% sure what bridge I was going to use. Now I'm positive what we're going to do. So it will be a string through body. I'll use a Forstner bit to keep these holes pretty true and clean. I'll use this cover for my template. While I've got the drill press out, I'll go ahead and drill the holes for the neck mounting. I've decided that I would like to have that string base recessed flush with the guitar so it's not protruding out. So I'll go ahead and use the router base attachment for my Dremel and trim this out nice and clean, and then we'll see what it looks like. I also use this router attachment if I'm going to do inlay like on a fretboard or a headstock. A nice sharp wood chisel to clean up all of the edges, and we'll be ready to do a little bit of sanding. Yeah, I like the look of this. Sometimes it's just the little additional details that makes that project truly customized. Okay, well, time to use a little bit of naphtha to clean this bad boy up, and we'll be ready to start adding some finish. I may use a nitrocellulose lacquer if I'm wanting a really hard finish, but this wood is so beautiful, it really needs to have its grain stand out. So I will be using lots of layers of tung oil, and I will strap this up so that I can hang it and let the entire body air dry between coats. It's going to take a bunch. With tung oil, I always use a microfiber cloth and then work it down into the grain. I'll let that dry. I've got it pretty warm here in the shop right now, so it's probably going to take an hour or two in between coats. And then I'll go in between coats and brush it really well with a microfiber to get a clean, smooth finish. And then I'll start rubbing some more. I'm going to end up with, I don't know, probably 15 or so layers of tung oil on this. And there you have it. Yes, it did take about 15 layers to get the consistency and the sheen and the thickness that I was looking for. Thanks for joining us.